Alright, we're about to go live in 3, 2, 1, and let's go everyone, here we go, the live stream begins now, so let's go. Good evening everyone, Iberiarcano here and welcome back on my Twitch channel. How's everyone doing tonight? We're getting ready for the weekend. I hope you are, because tonight, for this Friday, as you can see from the title, we're going to play a brand new Italian indie game that has been released just this Tuesday, at least in early access. I'm talking about MOVIEROOMS, cinema management, and this is an Italian title that has been in the oven for a while, developed by Mad Pumpkins Studio, this small indie team that worked on this particular movie theater management simulator. What is interesting about this game is that it's not about just running an ordinary movie theater. Not at all. It feels like this game is a love letter to the history of cinema from the early days at the start of the 20th century, the early 1900s, all the way to the modern era of cinema and movies. So starting from the humble beginnings of a traditional projection hall, from the Belle Epoque, the beautiful age of Paris on a French lifestyle. We're talking about the Lumiere brothers with their first prototype of movie projector. Then we can go through all the various ages, see the birth of movies with sound, movies with color, the appearance of the first special effects, and so on, all the way to the modern days of cinema. Now keep in mind, everyone, that this game is still currently in early access, and you can find it on Steam. Speaking of which, everyone, let's go to my blessed Steam library, because there are also a few things that we can check for tonight. Most importantly, because as you're gonna see, and as many of you probably already know, just yesterday we saw the start of the Steam spring sale. So let's go to my Steam library. Now, for instance, this is probably going to... I already have MOVIEROOMS ready to be played and launched. We can go and take a look at the Steam front page, because you can see the spring sale is already up, and it's going to last until next Thursday. It's just a week, but I'm sure we're going to find plenty of interesting discounts and titles. Apart from the usual big franchises like Borderlands 4 or Helldivers 2, the Anno series. In the bigger discount, we have Jedi Survivor, Worms W&D, Remnant from the Ashes, TMNT Splinter of Fate, The Spell. There is also the ever-present tabs. This is recommended if you want some very silly auto battlers with sandbox physics and stuff like that. It's particularly good as a meme engine. Then there is Tiny Tina Wonderlands, another recommended game if you're fans of the Borderlands franchise. There is Hello Neighbor, The Crew of Motorfest, Trade Makers, Rompa Civilization 5, Dying Light, The Essentials Edition. There is also The Division 2, Vampire, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is the modern remake of the series. The Long Dark, Scorn, and look at this, there is even Resident Evil 3, the remake, at a 90% discount. Then we're going to see plenty of other discounts, some slightly better than usual, others are simply occasional. For instance, we no longer have a launch discount for Slay the Spire 2. I wanted to take a quick look at some of the upcoming releases, and also talk about some of the things that came out this week. Like, for instance, I saw all the buzz for Crimson Desert, and for now Crimson Desert got mixed reviews. Like, people who praise it for its depth, while others are kind of skeptical about the way it carries out. Like, maybe there are parts of the game and the gameplay that are not really optimized. Now, personally, I'm going to skip on Crimson Desert, because I already have too much. First ever, I already have too many games that I have to play, and games that I want to focus on which I want to focus more compared to Crimson Desert, and also because it cost 60 euros, between 60 and 70 euros. If I had to spend the much amount of money, I would go for instance, for Screamer, which will be out next Thursday, and I had the intention of bringing a Screamer next Friday. Again, this is the next major title from Milestone, and this is meant to be, judging from the preview and from also some of the trailers that I saw about this game, it's something closer to Need for Speed mixed with anime aesthetic than the more grounded and realistic racing simulators by Milestone, whether it's Ride or MotoGP or from other illustrious racing game franchises like Forza Horizon, Gran Turismo, or even Assetto Corsa, to quote another Italian title. Screamer seems something I would play because I spent a lot of time playing Need for Speed Underground when I was younger, and I also played a bit of Carbon. I mean, I nearly finished the Carbon back in the day, and also played Carbon on the City. So I'm not that much of a fan of racing games, but I'm always eager to support an Italian title, especially when it makes a kind of racing experience that is closer to my interest. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really not an automotive enthusiast. At least having what it seems like a spaghetti Need for Speed experience is something I would gladly play. Check it out. Because it's not just about making our own protagonist. We have to choose a team which we can race, and there is also an interesting cast of characters. Among them, we also have Troy Baker as part of the cast, voicing one of the main supporting characters. So just taking a quick look at it without watching the trailer is something I would like to save for the next week. Action, adrenaline, and anime aesthetic joined together in this arcade racing game with an engaging plot and with engaging plot and fights or clashes. In this world, there are those who race for glory and those who do this for power or revenge. Every race is a challenge and every battle is personal. So the thing is that for Screamer we have two different editions, the basic game and then the digital deluxe upgrade version. The difference is that the digital deluxe edition will give us 3 days of advanced access for 70 euros instead of 60. Personally, I'm okay with just the basic edition because apart from the advanced access and a few cosmetic items, there are no particularly interesting goodies or bonus that entice me into getting the deluxe edition. By goodies I mean either the soundtrack or the art book. That's always something welcome. I don't feel really compelled to start this game 3 days earlier than usual. The Screamers. And also another thing, everyone, I discovered that this game is actually a reboot of Milestone's first game back in 1996, when they still were operating under the name Graffiti Studio. 5 teams, 5 reasons to risk it all, both inside and outside of the racing track. militaries, scientists, criminals, superstars, and socialites. Well, not exactly socialites. Maybe businessmen, probably. Magnate is what I will translate as the wealthy. Militaries, scientists, criminals, superstars, and jet set businessmen, and unscrupulous jet set businessmen. Different paths that now converge together to one single focal point, the tournament. Orchestrated from behind the scene by a mysterious host, this ruthless competition shall be the turning point for the personal stakes of every participant. Choose your pilot carefully. Each and every one of them has a vehicle reflecting their style, with a custom design and a unique ability or skill to give you key advantage during these brutal clashes. So there are 5 teams, and each team comes with different characters, and each character has its personality and its personal vehicle. So we can see a potentially an ensemble cast where it's up to us to choose which character we want to play. So I think in the end it's going to be a total of 15 different characters. It's gonna be 3 pilots per team. A unique style. As a stage for the littlest or deadliest races, this arcade racing game will launch you into a futuristic universe with an atmosphere inspired by 90s animes. So maybe we can expect something like classic Initial D, or let's see, maybe. Now, I currently don't remember the original name of this anime. I think it was the Formula 1 anime. In Italy it was known as Motori in Pista, Engines on Track. But in any case, this game is heavily inspired by 90s racing animes. In our animes, race in a world of neon lights and a dash across tracks where adrenaline is always at maximum. Then we have this other characteristic which is going to characterize. It is going to represent I will say the race play instead of gunplay of this game. The Echo, many ways to run, many ways to race. So yes, I'm looking forward to play this game. And again, Screamer will be out next Thursday. So if you're interested in racing games, then save the date. There is also the spring sale for Milestone, so you can find plenty of titles from this Italian studio. It's not just a ride, we also have Hot Wheels and MotoGP games. I mean, Hot Wheels also got plenty of coverage, at least the first title. Now this is Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, the sequel for it. Because in any case, Milestone always specialized on racing games and simulators. the other upcoming releases. Okay, so Screamer should be one of the major releases for the next week. I think I found something called Planet of Lava. Oh, there is also Life is Strange Reunion. Then on March 27, next Friday, there's going to be the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. I don't think I've had the chance to play Mega Man Star Force. I know the Mega Man X series, the Battle Network series. I also used to watch the anime when I was younger. But Star Force is something new. Then let's see some other spicy games. Okay, next I wanted to talk about an interesting game that might be a good pick for you if you're fans of tower defense games. I'm talking about Tengi or Tengi Tower Defense. Now this game has been developed by 4 years, for 4 years by a solo dev known as Cakes77, and I only learned about this game yesterday because I found something particularly touching from my Twitter feed. A clip that went viral when after the developer discovered that this game here racked up more than $250,000 in revenue in the first couple of days. A game that he spent 4 years working on, and it was a very moving moment because he broke in tears. There were tears of joy. So just this simple act of this simple reaction, and especially how the community has been incredibly supportive towards this developer for this achievement, piqued my interest, and so I decided to buy this game. So let's take a look at it. Tangible by Cakes. A strategic tower defense where you play a witch, place class-based towers, keep them with items that grant powerful abilities, combine them, create unique builds, deal a ridiculous amount of damage. Customize your builds with a deep state system and a giant skill tree. And if interested everyone, it is currently available on a 12% launch discount until next Monday. Because this came out on March 9th. Normally it costs less than 10 euros, and with this it's even less. Let's take a look at the trailer. I need to briefly deactivate the background music. Let's see. Combine items. That's the little witch. Place the hero Tenji. Craft unique builds. It's a literal skill tree. Fight big bosses. Discover unique abilities. It also comes with a typical roguelite solar-like structure. Level up Tenji. Okay, yes, so Competing endless mode. It's a merge between a tower defense game with survival-like mechanics. That is Unity out now on Steam. And it's also an incredibly light game because it weighs less than 200 megabytes. So something you can easily play on your own. Probably could also, I don't know if it's also for the Steam Deck. It's playable, not verified. Give me a moment, and we can continue. I have to restore the music. They've been already developer, the developer already released the first few patches. Anyway, if you want to take a quick look at Tangent TV, you can find it here. And for this price, I think it's pretty affordable. I want to take a quick look at my wish list, see if there are any potential discounts that I might get. Painkiller is already a 75% discount. Then there is a song of Nunu, Empires of the Undergrowth. These are some very strong discounts. Well, apart from Metal Gear Solid Delta. Then there is oh yes, Overthrow has also been finally released in full version after a few months of early access, but it's still getting mixed reviews. There is Keeper, 35% discount. Parcel, Hidden Pass, As We Descend is also in early access. This is another roguelite deck building card game. Crawl. There is Final Fantasy Tactics 30%, Tales of the Shadows 30%, and even Sword of the Sea. There is also Escape from Ever After, Brutal John, there is Reluted. Are not on sale. Alright everyone, so before we can officially start playing movie rooms, I also want to talk about the weekly freebies on the Epic Games Store. For this week, we're only getting one game and one goodies pack. The game is Electrician Simulator, which you can find also on Steam. Play as an electrician and learn learning the basics of electrical repairs. Just like in real life, you have to fix broken things, connect the plugs, repair gamepads, remotes, speakers, cables, lamps, change lamp lights, and spread the wirings, or unwrap the wirings. Be sure to keep everything under control. There is no room for mistakes. So I can find this game available for free on the Epic Game Store until next Thursday. While the second, the other element, the goodie is going to be a free ship for World of Warships. It's going to be a content pack that normally would cost around 20 euros. And in this case, Epic Game Store is giving it away for free. I don't know if I will go for something like this. Give me a second, I still have to check a few things. Okay, yes, now we can effectively check movie rooms. Let's see the trailer and also the rest of the page. With Dream Cinema from scratch. Manage every detail, movies, staffs, prices. Travel through time and help Gaspard save cinema history. The character looked like Salvador Dali. Join our alpha on March the 4th and help us polish it with your feedback. So this is essentially what Movie Rooms is about. We start at the beginning of the 20th century and see the evolution of cinema through the eyes and lens of our projectors. Started with the Nickelodeon in the early 900s and turned it into a modern, successful modern multiplex cinema. Build and manage or run your cinema or movie theater. Pick the movies, hire the staff, design the rooms, and grow your activity through the different ages of cinema history. Entering the wonderful world of cinematography by becoming the owner of your own movie theater in different historical epochs, and embark on the discovery of the places that made the silver screen what it is today. So not the silver screen. Oh no, yes, it's the silver screen. I made the silver screen what it is today. From the 900s to the future, create rooms and other services to make your establishment the best in the city or the best in town by creating a unique experience for your customers. What are we going to show at the movies tonight? Today, the choice is yours. Explore a varied selection of movies and find the one that suits the most your room and your spectators the most. Take account of evaluations, reviews, categories, movie categories and genres, and available instruments or tools, and choose the right moment to project your movie. Be careful. The days of the weekend, the hours of the day will affect or influence your movie theater's affluence, and they require an early preparation. So we have to properly schedule the hours at which we're going to broadcast or project our movies. Manage your staff and build your movie theater. An establishment as refined as yours requires the best team. Carefully choose your employees and carefully choose your employees and satisfy their needs to obtain the best from your team or get the best from your team. Handle cash workers, janitors, projectors, and other professional figures, and other exclusive professional figures from the time and the place of any level. You know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Depending on the time period or the place we're going to be located, we're going to get different conditions and modifiers, and also different aesthetic for our movie theater. Build, decorate, and place the movie posters in all across your movie theater by using the building tool or the construction tool. Make your projection room unique by creating a trademark or unique mark, and by creating everything you like or love about movie and cinema. Fame and glory. Increase your movie theater's reputation through multimedia campaign and quality service. Decorations, hygiene, the movies, the personal stuff, and much more will be your tools to impress the customers and also draw the attention of the movie industry VIPs. Create your cinematographic empire from scratch, learning from the most iconic characters in this industry's history. Features: a timeless amusement park or a timeless playground in sandbox mode. Do you want more? Have fun with the sandbox mode. Here you will have all the tools and instruments available in the game at your disposal to create your very own custom movie theater. Unlock skins and extra movies by playing story mode, and run and handle your movie theater without any time limits. Now we have the synopsis, because there's also a bit of a story going on here in this game. Movie history has been upset. directors, actors, and movie industry VIPs ended up in epochs or ages or times completely different from their own. We have to convince them to come back to their rightful ages. Otherwise, their movies will disappear forever. The fate of the movie industry is in your hands. But luckily, you're not gonna be. You're not just going to be Gaspard. Sorry, there's a bit of a problem with the with the punctuations here, but luckily you won't be alone. Gaspard, an animated Academy Award statue, which resembles an Oscar award, an Academy Award. Is going to guide you through movie history, and he shall teach you the business of movie theater management from its roots. From its roots to your success. Come on, there's no time to waste. So we have our own very own Talking Academy Award acting as our guide. So yes, everyone, why not? We can begin right now. Just have to deactivate the background music and change the stream category. At least I'm doing this for Twitch. It's very strange that there isn't a Twitch category for movie rooms. Oh well, we're going to switch to games and demos because I mean it works for YouTube. By the way, I didn't hide that counter for Bioshock Infinite. It's very strange that it's doing this effect. And because it's also working only for OBS. This might be a problem. Okay, no, never mind, I found it. You know what? I'm gonna need to get a bottle of water. So I'll be right back in a few seconds, everyone. Please don't go anywhere at all. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I forgot to mute the microphone. So let's return to the gaming scene. We're almost all set and go. Just making a few last minute checks. So it's not just a normal simulator. There's also a story going on which makes things a bit more interesting. It will be an experience similar to, let's say, Pharaoh. And Pharaoh was my first ever simulation game in my career as a PC player. Maybe there is also the kind of humor that we could find in games like Theme Hospital or Two Point Hospital, which makes gives just a nice touch of irony and humor that will make this game even more interesting. Not just educational because it talks about the history of cinema. It's always something that should be welcomed. Alright. Now we can start for real and take this first look at the early access edition of Movie Rooms, Cinema Management. Let's begin. I'm sure that I captured the game before going live. There we are. Welcome players, and we are thrilled to present this early alpha demo. Thank you to all of your thank you to all of our Kickstarter backers who made it possible to go this far. New features are already in development, but we are looking forward to all of your feedbacks and ideas to improve the game. Have fun! So yes, this, like I said, it's an early access version of the game, so we're going to have some limited options for it. But we should already have the chance to play in a sandbox mode. Let's begin a new game. Okay, you can also see that we have many different levels and time periods. We're starting from the 900s in Paris, France. Chinese shadows, magic lanterns, tiny theaters. This was how movie rooms were born. The noise of the running projector filled the room, as well as the shout of the audience who was often scared when characters appeared on screen. Yeah, you all remember the famous scene of the Lumiere Brothers train station with people were so impressed by the footage of the train coming to the station that they feared It was about to burst out of the screen and run over them, and so they left the movie room in a hurry. Then let's see. There is also another level set in Italy, in Rome during the 1930s. Everything has changed. No more black and white movies or silent films. Technicolor and sound revolutionized cinema forever. Directors began experimenting with these innovations, but cinemas had to replace older equipment to project the latest movies. Society was evolving as well, moving from one world war to another. Okay, so maybe since it's set in Italy during the peak of the fascist regime, we can expect something inspired to Studio Luce, which was the Italian fascist propaganda machine. After all, Cinecittà, the Italian Hollywood, was founded was founded in Rome during the peak of the fascist power, especially because they wanted to find the best and the brightest minds to fuel the propaganda machine of the fascist regime. And then after the fall of Mussolini, they decided to keep Cinecittà not longer as a symbol of fascist propaganda, but a beacon for the Italian movie industry. And in fact, several other many foreign studios and directors will frequently pick Cinecittà whenever they had to shoot scenes located in Italy and especially in Rome. After all, it will be just like the Pinewood Studios in England. Hmm. Let's see. One of the levels is also going to focus on the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. 2006, I wonder what is the significance of this particular date. The 1990s were a time of revolutionary ideas for the movie industry. Like I can see Independence Day as a reference, Jurassic Park, maybe Braveheart. There's a car probably could either be Back to the Future or something else. It's curious that we're missing the 80s. But anyway, let's start from the birthplace of cinema. Objective for this level is to sell at least 50 tickets and at least $2,500 and keep the satisfaction level of our customers above 80% for 1 week. Here we go. This is Movie Rooms, Paris, April 1904. Hi, young cinema pioneer, welcome. Here you can let creativity flow and build the cinema of your dreams. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Gaspard, and let's say I'm the best cinema expert you could ever imagine. Need any tips and tricks on managing a cinema? I got you. Oh no, what a disaster. The history of cinema is messed up, and the only way to save it is to travel through time and find our celebrities. I need more magic from cinema to reach the next era. But you can help me in this quest. So first of all, let me show you how to set up your first Nickelodeon to get you started. What would be a cinema without a projection room? Click on build to create a new projection room. So we can find the build icon in the bottom left corner. Obviously the icons so far they seem a bit small. In this small building we are constructing a single room. Inside there must be a very special instrument. Click on the corner and drag across the grid to create the area. The recommended size is 47 tiles by 30, then confirm the action. Okay, so let's see, we can hold the middle mouse button to move and rotate the camera around, but it seems a bit stiff, it's just my impression. And then by moving or cloning the mouse wheel, we can either zoom in or out. Okay, let's see, rotate the camera with the Q and E keys. We can move around with WASD, WAS and D. Rotate with the R key. By right-clicking on an object, we can delete or repair. So something is in the way. Okay, I'm trying to find a way to increase the proportions of this room, because now they keep getting fixed to 36 by 28 tiles. Okay, for now we're going to start with $10,000. Let's confirm the room. Well done! Your brand new projection room is ready to shine. Now let's fill it with nice furniture for the comfort of our audience. Click on items, objects. Here is the magic lantern. Here is the magic lantern. Remember, the table stays against the wall and the screen is in the center of the room. Okay, right. So, first we have to start with a door. Click on it and position it in the room so there is a space for chairs on the opposite side. Okay, trying to get a good reading of the snapping tool. It's gonna be either on this side or the other. Maybe this side here. It's very strange that we cannot move the projector there. Make sure to add a road to get a door to get started. So we can place a door right here. Now let's move on to the chairs. Click on a spot and drag the mouse if you want to create a rows. Okay, so let's make sure that the chairs... I mean, yes, I wanted to rotate the chairs. The position for the projector is wrong. Oh, wait a second. No, I get it. The projector is going to... It's going to project from behind the screen, and then the chairs will be placed here. Just to go with 2 rows of chairs. Let's see. Select the cash register. Use the R key to rotate it and place it the cash register outside your Nickelodeon and... Okay, it has to be placed here. Need to get the right rotation. It is time to rent your first movie. Click on Movie Shop to look at the catalog. Ah, the first films in the history of cinema. I would love to watch them again and again, but not everyone feels the same way. In fact, every film has a different target audience and may be more popular depending on current trends. Rent and watch the best films. After the tutorial, you can choose new titles. So let's see, we have a Launch to the Moon, which is Voyage to the Moon by Georges Méliès. A team of astronomers travels to the moon, where they will tackle the Selenites, the monster-like inhabitants. However, the group of scientists gets caught by Selenites who bring them to their king. Will they manage to get back on Earth? Then we have the train arrival, Grandpa's reading gas, hilarious phases of funny faces, Adalin and the Wonder Lamp. Adalin, a poor young man in love with the Sultan's daughter, finds a lamp that grants him 3 wishes. Then what is this? The diabolical church window. The devil shows himself through a stained glass mirror to torment and the alchemist, who will end up in hell. I think if we can go for a Launch to the Moon, we can rent it for free. Now we're ready to screen our movie. Let's hurry. Customers could arrive any minute. Click on screenings and click on the poster, then click on the time slot you prefer. But remember that you won't be able to change it until the next Monday. When you're sure, press the mouse button to cancel action and confirm. Let's see. We can choose these 2 different time spans for projecting the movie, confirm and lock. We need someone who knows how to use magic lanterns to project films. Click on the staff panel to hire qualified personnel. There's going to be Timothy LaRue. Everyone is afraid of him. Actually, he's a prankster and loves the jump scare. First of all, let's hire a projectionist, or in this case, a lanternist. Then, and we recognize the roles by taking a look at the icons. We also have musicians to entertain the crowd and play music to give the mood, the same mood of the movie. Then we have a cashier, and then a janitor, a saleswoman who will help us earn our money, and finally, someone who can clean and repair broken equipment. After the tutorial, I also recommend hiring a pianist. Music attracts customers. Consider Claude Morel or Jean Clement. Everyone in his family is a musician. Proficient in playing by heart, hopes to find his soulmate soon. Otherwise, we have Claude Morel, dreams a career as a composer, easily gets frustrated, plays loud to cover up his own farts. Let's go with Jean Clement. Well done. Radio Cinema has everything. Everything it takes to start a business. If you want to decorate it, you can buy new items, but keep an eye on your budget. Now click play on the time bar in the center of the screen and timer will start flowing. Good luck! Okay, but first I just want to hire a musician. Can suppose the game. It appears that the Spanish artist has traveled back in this time. I'm sure you know him for his paintings such as the Persistent of Memory and the Elephants. But he was a film director as well. I'm talking about Salvador Dali, who is currently here in France. We have to find and convince him to travel back in time. Maybe if we attract more customers, he will stop by. But yes, it is historical. Dali wasn't just a painter and a sculptor. He was also a movie director and a playwright. In fact, he worked together with Walt Disney to work on an almost never released animated short called Destino, either Destiny or Fate. Okay. Hi, are you looking for me? How curious. Yes, I'm indeed the Salvador Dali. Do you want me to come back to my time? But being here is so inspiring. Watching the art of cinema unfold before my eyes. Seeing people laugh, cry and even fight after every screening. Yes, I'm so inspired for my next creations. But before leaving this time, I want to meet someone to discuss my ideas. Someone who feels the appeal of fantasy like me. Someone like Georges Méliès. After I meet him, I will travel back to my time with you. Okay, so that's why we have to attract plenty of people and eventually catch the eyes of the inventor of cinema. Because yes, why the Lumiere created the concept of cinematography and recording and projection thanks to their cinematographer. It was Georges Méliès that invented the prototype for modern cinema. Because while the Lumières will focus on recording snippets of real life and portray real life through projections and their machine to give the people snippets of and slices of life. Many were interested into the fictional potential of the cinematographer. After all, I think that Méliès was also an illusionist, a showman. It was more about creating new sources of spectacle instead of just reproducing or recreating. Instead of just reproducing images in the same way as a camera or a projector. He staged his performances. He doubled with the first attempts of visual and special effects. That's equally important. But Méliès will never stop in such a dirty cinema. Clean it up. Maybe if we catch at least 3 rats, more people will stop by. Do you accept this special mission? Well, yes, I do. Thank you. I will return once the mission is complete. Okay, so as I was saying, we have to see if we can hire a pianist. Movie room. Where is it? objects. Alright. Here we have a piano. Just have to find a good spot where we can place it. But there has to be enough space in the room. Otherwise this won't work. And also we cannot leave the piano outside the room. That's not the point. A cheap upright piano needs to be frequently tuned. I don't know, maybe if you can place the piano outside the room, but again, it's not the right way to do this. Okay, I think this icon here is what we're gonna use to demolish the room. From here we can change the decorations and patterns for the projection room. What is this? Okay, this other icon allows us to paint the walls of our movie room. Something's in the way. Okay, yes, I know. Trying to find the right way to place this piano. We can place it here outside of the room. And now let's resume the flow of time. Okay, this is our projector, and then we have the pianist already at work. I think it has to be the janitor. Monstera plant, a poster frame, that's something we can also use for our movie theater. Okay, we can select our employees by clicking over them with the left mouse button and then drag them around to place them in a strategic spot. So again, we've been we set the projection times in the afternoon. We have just to wait until it is the right time and see how we're going to fare. speed up time. Doing this, clicking on the arrow icons. Get 3. Oh, wait a second. I spotted a rat. Should have spotted a rat, and now it disappeared. The better view of it. I found you. Now we want to see how we can effectively stop it and catch the rats. Well, no, already got one. And now one of our employees is kind of mad. Okay. It's almost time to open the projections for the cinema. Oh, I think they're coming. Look at this queue of people. Some of them are not particularly satisfied with this. Let's wait for them to go to the movie. Okay, the movie started. Maybe you can also watch it. Okay, you can see the story of the movie through images. Gathering movements for the spectators and their customers could use some improvement. I don't think it's natural that they have to move their hands in that way so much. Okay, so to repair our magic lantern. Okay, I think it was some of the rat. Let's see what's now. Only one left. Okay, we have a second round of customers. Most of them are not particularly satisfied with this movie. Okay, we're still keeping the approval rating around the 71%. It's just one more round of spectators. This was the final round. Oh, we also have notification. Don't play you assigned to projector for a movie, but there should be. Piano in a room hall will break down if not repaired. So we better do this right now. Let's repair it. And the magic lantern needs some fix. Ah, there it is. My deepest gratitude. Here's your reward. Okay, we're gonna get the bonus $850. And now, the final step. Let's program the diabolical church window and wait for our customers. Okay then. Everything is ready. Shall we start? Wait. Is you Georges Mendieu? Yes. Who have I the pleasure to talk to? I am a fellow director from far away. Let's say defied the rules of space and time to come here. Oh, get imagination indeed. Experiences like yours only happens in movies like mine. Yes, sure, but I came a long way here just to watch your latest masterpiece. I don't want to miss a single frame of it. You're a great inspiration for my artworks. I'm glad to hear that. Why don't you show me something you created? I'm afraid it's not possible right now. I'm kind of lost at the moment. Well, then, well, mysterious traveler. You're never lost when you can find yourself in a good movie. Shall we begin the screening? Yes, now again. Awesome, let's schedule the movie. The demoniac or diabolical church window. Oh, thank you so much for letting my dream come true. Now I'm full of inspiration. I can wait to back to my time and keep on creating. Oh, sorry. It seems that here they placed the wrong portrait because I didn't steal Dali talking, but instead they're using Melies' portrait. So we sold a total of 17 tickets and screened of 3 movies. Well, the same movie 3 times and earned less than $1,000. This is fantastic. I congratulate you, and you know the basics of how to manage a cinema, so you can join me in the 1930s. Go to settings and change the level in the world map. Explore other locations. Okay, before we do that, I need to set some screening hours for the diabolical church window. Let's see what's going to work. There's just someone watching the diabolical church window. Maybe it's also not the right time to play this kind of movie. take care of this rat. People are not reacting particularly well to our movie theater. We need to do better. So next projection time. Where is the audience? Oh, still just one of them. No, wait, there is no one assisting to the movie. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, someone still enjoyed the movie. I'm ready for launch to the moon. First, I hope we can sell 50 tickets. Oh, another damn rat. What's the dinosaur doing? Notification. Piano room hall will soon break down again. Since many people particularly enjoying the movie theater, right now we're at 70% of appreciation. Okay, now we have to repair the magic lantern. Projections. Let's wait for tomorrow. a negative balance of minus $210. Really better. But at least with this movie we're getting more people visiting the cinema. Could also use some more money because they're not giving us that much pay. Let's see. We also have a very limited amount of items that we can use, otherwise we could add some decorations, like this monster plant or a wall lamp. Maybe a wall lamp would be an idea. I don't understand how janitor is supposed to stop rats from using a pill. Okay, there's someone who needs to hit the bathroom, but it's not a kind of room available right now. So here we can wait. Is there other day to end? I don't know how many tickets we managed to sell right now. From the end. The cash register also uses some repairs. And even the magic lantern. Come on, standing rat. Have to wait till the end of the projection. I don't think we can get much money. Piano. And this is some repairs. Our account is currently in red. Go to settings and world map. For this part, it needs to be a bit optimized. Okay. movies. Travel forward in time by around 30 years. The world of cinema and the movie industry had evolved in this amount of time. Let's play. Rome, October 1939. So it's just 1 month after the start of the Second World War. The request, let's see. Goes for Monster Applause, certain tickets, 50 tickets, and place 3 super plans. And we started with a budget of $25,000. There is a break room, a bathroom, and a projection room. Hold on a second. There's going to be a little amount of projection rooms. Let's see. Too small. Place the button here. Let's start adding doors to this room. Adoro. Io sono Travis, I'm trying to extend the walls of this room. Because you can move in a single direction. Also here the window is kind of overlapping with the rest of the structure. No! It was the wrong room, I wanted to destroy the bathroom. Yes, I know. I haven't started it yet. Okay, let me start the level from the beginning. still difficult to figure out a way on how to extend the perimeter of these rooms. Okay. Let's see, we can place this projector here. Another one here on this side. Place chairs here. I see. There are also specific doors for the various rooms. This is going to be the door for the bathroom. We can place and a sink. With the entrance for the break room with just a couch and another lamp. Okay, next to pick up some of the movies that I want to show. Stay culture. It happened one night. A younger woman runs away from her home as her father disapproves her wish to marry his fiancée. However, she falls in love with another man but has not the courage to confess him her own feelings. When her father finally approves her wedding wish, Johnny has to make up her mind. It happened one night, then what rascals men are. Let's see, there's 5-0. The president of a famous football team is concerned with his captain since he does not spend enough time training because of a love affair. 5-0. Then this the vampire. A man who is deeply fascinated by demonology and the supernatural stumbles upon a girl who has been attacked by a vampire and gradually turned into one. He embarks on a quest to find the vampire and break the curse by killing her. And these are some of the movies, upcoming movies. The next time, Stranger's Game. This is definitely inspired by a movie by the Marx Brothers. The All These Soldiers. Condottieri is war leaders, literally. An exiled man returns to his broken country and founds a patriotic military group to unite it. Despite being perceived as a traitor by his own family, he manages to take over the capital city and marry his beloved. So we can try to go with What Rascal Men Are, a comedy and a romance. Then we have It Happened One Night. Then there is also Stay coach. Let's try to select both what Rascal's men are and it rapid overnight. I can also see the movies have different durations. Okay, wait for higher stuff. And then Italian film. We also need lantern. There's plants. There's around whatever. Okay, well, this is it. Just going to trash in. But already did. There's also a corner if you want. These are cose del video, non si vede themselves. Place the cash register. Right here. I'm just going to place it here. You can place it here. From a monster plant and we can start. Let's increase the speed. Wait for the first customers to come by. Oh, sorry, I forgot to hire the employees. I'm so dumb, I forgot about hiring our staff. Also working on the storyboards and frames for every movie. So I think we have to add more stuff to cinema. I saw the fountain before the miss. Popcorn machines. Oh, let's see. We also have to take into consideration fixing the plants. The janitors. Close all the plants. Repair it as soon as possible. There's also another minor overlap here. Some of the people are getting a bit happier. Tell whether the people are dissatisfied for bumping other people. We have to repair the cash register. Okay, can someone repair the cash register, please? Okay, yes. Just our first ever activity in the 1930s. There's going to be one more round for the movies. Okay, which one is this? Okay, at this point in time, looking better for customers. Come on, janitors, what are you doing? Too late. Watch out. This one. What's this one? The priority. Midnight at the end of this first day. Okay, we'll be happier if the warnings would also redirect us to the element that is about to break. This should be applied when we have too many objects with the same name. Still going on. Okay. piston. I'm noticing that whenever something breaks down, the generators are always automatically gonna get fixed. I don't automatically fix the item, but it is not ideal. Even the popcorn machines, I wouldn't particularly active or not. Give me a second. People, maybe another janitor. We don't need another projectionist. Okay, that's how it's going to work. The class that take care of the popcorn machines and dispensers. The janitors can clean the plants and also fix the projectors. Everything should more or less in good shape. And I think that just a trash bin should be enough. Let's wait for the last round of projections for this day. Fix registers and also this projection. Repairing the projector. Very strange. Let's go again. Just solved tickets. What is going on? Is my stuff not working? Come on, get to it. Something's not right. The janitors are not doing their job. But why? People wasn't theater. Oh damn it. Why are they not fixing the projector? Come on, he's on fire. We have to do something. I don't know, something might have caused a bug, because now no one from the staff is actually trying to fix anything. Just need some more polishing. We're no longer selling any tickets. One of the projectors is working. Let's try to do this again. Seriously, I don't know what wasn't working. I'm gonna try to. Okay, now some of the janitors are starting to the plants. Spending more than I need. Let's see. What are people doing here? Nobody's lining up for another movie ticket. Maybe I should wait for the next day. It's going to reset. I'm appealing for the theater is not that positive. Come on, janitors, do something. Okay, so again, I think that this game would benefit if the janitors were programmed to automatically try to work on fixing items or objects whenever they're not completely broken or destroyed. Okay, now whatever is going on here still isn't doing anything. I don't understand what is going on there. Nobody's buying more tickets for a movie. They're only focused on soda and popcorn. Oh wait, they also have no energy left. We need more break rooms for the staff, I guess. They're overworked. Oh yes. If there's something very wrong with the pathfinding in the game. Oh, hey there, Piasho. Welcome, welcome. I've seen your message. I'll give you an answer later. How's it going? We're currently playing movie rooms, cinema management in early access, and there's something not working particularly right with my employees. They're exhausted and they're no longer selling any tickets. Don't worry, even tomorrow there's no problem. Alright, alright. Now this game came out this Tuesday. It is currently available on Steam. It's a management game. We have to run our custom movie theater. Schedule the projections, hire staff to interact with the customers. And right now our account is in the red. I don't know what is going on. We keep screening movies, but we're not selling any tickets. Stuff. I don't think we can do nothing because our money are negative. And oh man, one of our projectors is on fire. So maybe I should try to change the movies. Oh man, we don't have enough money even though this movie here is free. They ignore the cash worker and they go either straight for the bathroom or the other spots. After this I could try to work a bit with the sandbox mode. But if the game keeps acting up like this, then this might be a soft lock scenario. Or due to pathfinding or some programming behavior, the game doesn't work properly. Either it's working partially. Also think that the longer we go in the red, eventually we're going to lose the game. I don't suppose they're also going to give us a loan. That's something that would usually happen in city builders. Getting the warnings about the mixture of plants. Go down. Okay, yes. Just should return to the world map. So the thing is that from here we don't have a proper tutorial for the second level available. Objective: upgrade your cinema building with new technology, earn 60% of the box office revenues for American movies, and schedule various movie genres into projection rooms. So we need 3 projection rooms, 1 bathroom and 1 break room. Again, I would like to know how we can extend the boundaries and walls of a certain room, because every time that I try to add them, they keep getting fixed proportions and measures. So this kind of limits our options. Let's see the sandbox mode. Hi, young cinema pioneer. Welcome. Here you can let creativity flow and build the cinema of your dreams. Okay, use the WSD key around keys to move around and explore your cinema from every angle. I guess this is the entrance of our cinema. Hold the mouse button through the middle mouse button and move your mouse to rotate the camera view. This also works at the proper tutorial for the game. Looks like there are multiple entrances. Let's start building. Is this? You can drag over your wanting to create your first projection room. I mean, I'm dragging, but nothing is happening. I can only place the room on the ground, but not extend it. Once you have created your room, you can choose different type of floors to the paint floor tab. This one, okay, red marble. That corner with the options. We can also change the wall colors on the paint wall tabs. Let's go for something green. Well done, your brand new projection room is ready to shine, but it's still a little too empty. Let's go in the objects. We have to add a door. Place the projector. Oh, there's different projectors. We can add. Now we wanted to rotate the chairs. Here. Want to move the room, you know, click on the walls and you'll find icons to move over your creation, or even delete it. The Cinema Thrive. The Cinema Thrive can try without any good movies. Well, let's see, we have all the moves that we can choose. Set from the Eagle's Nest, the Great Rail Robbery, Train Arrival. Let's see. How about the good luck for this one? 5-0. Then we have to schedule projections. Confirm luck. So hire employees again. There are some names that repeat each other. Doesn't go on the reference. He has a blue background. This one. Then we have to hire the cashier, and then the janitor. So now my job is done here. I'm pretty confident you are the right person to make the cinema trial. Good luck. Okay, also let's prepare a few more rooms and chairs for other rooms. Easy to help people. I need to give you better chairs. So the rotation for the camera is a bit stiff. Again, I would be happier if I knew how to extend the walls of the rooms. An arcade machine, we want a bathroom. Okay, looks like people are enjoying the movie. Okay, yes, I think the music works just fine in this game. It fits the mood. So you can get different music depending on the time period we're currently playing. Like this is a Sunny Mouse mode, so we can get stuff from all the modern age, I guess. And also start marketing campaigns. More projector is about to break. Let's see. Let's open the projection room now. Maybe this one. What about a projector from the 90s? This magic lantern 2? Oh, yeah. There's a door. Shop. This one, save it from Eagles next. Okay. The first day is over. Let's go to the next one. People enjoy the movies. Well, more or less. The current appeal is at 78%. Okay, we sold 55 tickets. This can give us a nice monetary bonus. Let's try to add some decorations. Maybe this red carpet. there's something very wrong with this. They're sitting in the opposite direction. That's another thing that needs to be fixed. Perfect for couch again. And then start cancer. It's gone again. Okay. Percent of appeasing. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Even if we turn the couch in the right direction, we still have this problem. The cash register. Oh man, there's a projector on fire. Where are the monitors? They're also not very satisfied. Let's promote them, see what's going to happen. Janitors, what are we doing? Okay, there's still something wrong with my stuff. Some of them seem to be feeling some from their energy. Some of them are not really satisfied. Maybe this is the problem. They're missing their energy. Keeps on this malfunction. What am I trying to do? Sono iniziato a progetto per il movie. Give me a second. That is working with projectors. We automatically assign it that. Okay, there's still something that doesn't work properly with my stuff. I also don't like the only way to make my stuff work. It's by destroying then rebuild the items. Cosa devo già fare del mio qui? No one is buying the tickets any longer. I mean, it's quite strange the way employees are behaving like that. It feels like the theater is completely still, and even when we were playing in the 1930s level, people were still coming, but nobody was buying tickets. And even here, they're just started completely ignoring the cashier, entering the theater and then immediately going away. This needs to be fixed. Let's wait for this day to end, and then I think we can stop here with movie rooms. Also, this part of the projector, so it's not clear. Keep moving some stuff around, see what I'm going to do, but nothing's happening. Also, right now we're out of money. We can no longer rent another movie. Here we are, everyone. We're at the end of this quick showcase on movie rooms, cinema management. There is so my impression for now is that there is potential, but it needs more polishing. Like the objectives in the in the levels, in the two levels that we've seen so far. While the daily quest and missions are easy to accomplish, the proper the proper level objectives like selling 50 tickets or maintaining the appeal at 80% and other stuff, they're not properly highlighted during the gameplay session. And in the 1930s level, we're also missing some key informations, maybe some more parts of the story from Gaspard. It works for the first level in 1900s, but not for the second level. There is also, like I said, and as we've seen, there's a problem of pathfinding and the behavior of our staff at some parts. Like even though they're at full energy and capacity and they can work, and they're assigned to a position, whether it's a cash register or a projector or simply on cleaning duty, they're not good. They won't do anything, and the people will just simply go by, visit the theater, and then immediately get out. During the 1930s level, at some point we only sold 12 tickets instead of the 50 tickets required to advance with the level. They were basically ignoring the cash register and the cashier, and they would instead go towards either the the soda machine or the popcorn machine. And there was also the problem that after the projectors caught fire, the janitors were no longer repairing them. They will only focus on the plants and other stuff, and not even manually assigning the janitors to repairing the items was working. And this could cause plenty of problems and will make the game harder to play and to understand. The thing is that at least the game is still in early access, but there is much work to do, I'm afraid. It needs some polishing. At least, thanks to the fact that this game now is in early access, players can give the developers as much feedback as possible so they can help polishing the game. To make sure to let the developers know of the troubles they encountered during this live stream. For now, we can restore the background music, especially because the main music for the music for the main menu has stopped working. All right. Well then, everyone, at this point, it's going to happen just like the last time that we played Planet of Luna 2 and we finished it on stream. There is still a few minutes left to go, but I will say we can close that stream here for tonight. So, I hope you enjoyed this showcase stream on movie rooms, cinema management, still in early access. Despite some of the troubles that we've seen, keep in mind that this, again, it's just an early access build and is plenty of polishing and more work around. But if you want to support the team, you can find the game here on Steam with a launch discount of 15%. It's gonna be here. This discount is going to last until March 31st, until the end of the month. So everyone, at this point, like I said, I want to thank you for your company. If you enjoyed this stream, you want to see more content like this, whether they are indie games or Italian indie games, then please consider following my Twitch channel. As always, you can also find me on Twitter, Mastodon, and Blue Sky and Instagram to stay up to date with my next live stream announcement. And don't forget everyone, you can also join my Discord server at the following link right here. Give me a second to paste the link in the chat. So with this everyone, I wish as always a good night in a good game, and hope to see you the next time, which is going to be tomorrow. Always here at 9:10 PM Central European Time for the second part of our 1999 mode run on Bioshock Infinite. Here's a quick reminder everyone that I'm not going to be able... I won't go live with Bioshock Infinite next Saturday because I will be attending an indie showcase for Italian indie developers in the next weekend, the Cotole 8-bit in Milan. My team and I are going to showcase the game that we developed during the Global Game Jam in January. And so I'll be back with Bioshock Infinite the week after that. It's going to be the week on Saturday, April the 4th. But don't worry, because tomorrow there will be the second part of Bioshock Infinite, and then we're gonna take a 1 week break. Now let's see everyone, let me see if we can find someone to raid, maybe someone's also playing movie rooms. But that could be difficult because there is still no category available on Twitch for it. So let's see if we can go in a raid instead. Let's see. There is Andy Matter playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Otherwise, there is Pixel Kiwi playing Fatal Frame 2. Kyuriko is on League of Legends. I think that I know we might go on a raid. Narpo Yuri. He's an Italian streamer who frequently plays retro games, and tonight he's currently playing on Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos plus another series of other games. So if it's not too late, we can raid Narpo. This is going to work. Okay everyone, the raid is about to begin, so please sharpen your keyboards and let's get ready to give Narpo, Yuri and his community a lot of support and also to help spread the love for Italian indies all across Twitch. So everyone, again thank you so much for the company tonight. Take care and have a good night or a good time, so depending where you are, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Bioshock Infinite action. So everyone, let's get ready for the Italian indie raid, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, thank you so much for the company, and let's go! Take care everyone, and also have a good weekend, and goodbye!